Friends, today I would like to take a introduction to intraday trading. See, this intraday trading is a aspect of short-term trading where the trader opens the position and closes the position within a day. So if you see the overview of this intraday trading, we will be covering what are the principles of trading, major rules of trading, what are the key considerations, charts and live and these various considerations. Let us see now the various aspects of intraday trading. The major advantage of intraday trading is the trader need not hold positions overnight. So overnight risk will not be there. Now, if you see the difference between trading and investing, so you can say normally there are three types of approaches to the market. That is investing, trading, and gambling. As you can see, the market is having huge risk and return. The trader can manufacture his own risk in the sense he can choose his own instrument. There are a lot of instruments in the market. For example, you have equities, futures, options. So on different strategies he can apply. If you want limited risk, he can go for option buying. If you want to take more risk, he can go for option selling. So he can manufacture according to his own style and his risk appetite. He can go for any amount of risk and return combinations. So investing is a style where he will be aiming for reasonable returns in a long term. Suppose I want to invest for 3 years, 5 years. So what I will do is I will be interested in purchasing some solid companies with good fundamentals and growth prospects. Suppose, for example, in the present situation, a lot of pharma companies are showing huge promise and growth. So I may be going for investing in some pharma companies like Cipla, Lupin, Cadila, these type of companies, and holding them for 5 years, 6 years, depending on. And not only one sector, I may go for diversification. That means I will invest in different sectors. So I may take 4 to 5 sectors and combine them into a portfolio for a long-term investment. Next one is trading. When trading means you want to take a reasonable amount of risk and try to test out your idea in the market. In trading, this is what we call calculated risk. The trader wants to take calculated risk and see whether his idea is correct or not. If his idea is correct, he will be profitable. If idea is wrong, he will take a limited loss. That means whatever he wants to bet on the market, he wants to test out his thesis on the market, and he will take a calculated risk. And here his time frame is shorter. He is not a typical investor in the sense long-term investor. We can say a trader is a time frame is shorter. And next one is gambling. Gambling means what? That means he is going for huge positions, and his time frame is extra shorter. And he is using leverage. So the stock market can be used for the purpose of gambling. That means the traders, that is the stock market participants, then they will be going for entertainment in the form of gambling. That's where the extreme form of market participation, that is called gambling. That's where when huge swings in the profit and loss account of the market participant is witnessed, then we can say that it is a gambling sort of thing that the trader is going to. The market participant is in a gambling mode. And that's what, if you see, the investors invest in companies, the traders are trading stock. So one more important thing you have to understand is, investor is concerned about companies, what are the products the companies are manufacturing, what is the quality of its management, what is the industry situation, what sector the company is there, what are the various statements the company releases, like P&L account, balance sheet, and what is the previous performance, say, for the past 5 years or like that. Whereas traders are not interested in all these fundamentals of the companies. Traders are interested only in the stock price. The trader may be completely oblivious of what the company is doing, what the company's product is. He is only interested in the stock price formation, or what the patterns the stock price is undergoing. What is the demand and supply in that stock price? And investors count years, traders count minutes. That means the time frame of the trader is very short. And one more thing we have to be very careful here is, the investor, when he invests for long term, he should not be seeing his portfolio daily and looking at the day-to-day fluctuations or minute-to-minute fluctuations. So this both investors and the trader we have to clearly differentiate, because what suits for a investor may not suit for a trader. That's why what we see is in various news channels or business newspapers, the time frame of the analyst is different from the person who is trying to utilize that advice. Suppose as a trader, I am seeing in the news business channels like CNBC that the analyst is saying buy this stock. The target is so much. Doesn't mean that it will be achieved in his time frame. Suppose my time frame is within a day, whereas the analyst is talking about 1 year, 2 years. So that's where one most major errors, the initial phase of the trading or new traders encounter is what the time frame mismatch. So this presentation is basically aimed for traders. So this is where we have to understand what type of things we are doing so that we can profit from market structure. So the market needs all types of people. Market needs investors, traders, gamblers, short-term participants, long-term participants, people who want to take less risk, people who want to take more risk, people with less capital, people with more capital, people who are liquidity providers, people who want liquidity. So all these types of people interact and intersect to form a price. That's what we call price discovery in the market. So unless there are people who gamble means the people who participate for entertainment, they supply money for the more disciplined traders. So this we can say disciplined traders are like casino owners and gamblers are like casino participants. It's unfortunate that we treat or we compare financial markets as a casino, but some people use that exactly to generate entertainment. Thereby it becomes a casino. So this is how we have to differentiate between investing, trading, and gambling, and understand the time frames of these three types of people, preferences of the three types of people, risk-taking capacity of these type of people, risk aversion of these type of people, so that we can participate with our own risk, with our own time frame, and within our limits. Thank you. We'll continue this in another video.